Great catching up with my next guest. We got Nate Jennerman here. He's going to be fighting Landry Ward. Ignite Fights 109, August 16th. It is right around the corner. Nate, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. How are you? It's been a long time.
It has. And I was so excited to see you on this card. I know it's a pretty big event going on. How did this come together with you fighting for Ignite? How'd you get this opportunity?
Man, so my manager, Steve Swedish, has been working along with like expectation and like it just hasn't gelled out at all.
Mhm.
And then Jeremy Bjornberg, he's the one who runs Ignite. He actually used to be my manager before I took all the time off to have my first, when me and my wife and I had our son and stuff. And it just worked out great. That finally the matchup made sense for me and the other guy. The date worked out perfect. So finally gelled one out, and we're making it happen.
Awesome. Love Steve, by the way, one of the best in the business. Shout out to Steve Swedish over there at Ruby Sports. And it looked like you got some notice for this one, obviously. When did you find out about the opportunity?
I think so. We were given the date, and we were told like the first guy that they offered was just really boring guy.
Okay, fair enough.
I was like, no, I'm not. I don't want a boring fight. And then they offered this guy, and we are like, yes, of course. And then it was like a week later, we still hadn't heard. So I was like, well, I guess it just didn't work out with him. So then they were looking for a different opponent, and then it turns out he was able to get off of work and stuff. So I think I think it was about 5 weeks that we knew
Yeah.
from the fight. So enough time to get ready for a guy. But I'm always just training to get better at everything. So it's the same thing. I'm just gonna keep getting better at everything and do my game, and then should work out great for me.
Yeah, it's the way you got to do it, especially with opponent switch ups and all that stuff. I actually wanted to go back to when we last spoke, which I remember correctly. You were supposed to fight for Unified in 2024. Then you had a bit of a gap, and then I know you won your last fight against Gary Conkle for Anthony Pettis FC. How tough was it? Because I know you wanted to be active, but it looked like you were sidelined for a bit there in between what was supposed to be the Unified fight to the Gary Conkle fight. How tough was that? I know you got a family and you got other stuff going on, but I'm sure you wanted to be active too.
Yeah, so I definitely wanted to be active. What happened was the original title fight, I partially tore my MCL. So then I had to take time to let that heal, and that was taking longer to heal than we thought. So I finally pulled the trigger on getting elbow surgery on my right elbow.
Nice.
I had so by the time I finally got the surgery, and like from before I was on the Ultimate Fighter and then until then is how long this has been going, like really bad. I had about 30 to 40% use of my elbow in terms of extension and bending it. I don't can't think of the other word.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, usage.
Yeah. So I only had like 30 to 40% usage from before the Ultimate Fighter. So right after my PFL fight is when it like really started getting really bad. And then I just was putting it off because I had opportunities, and then I was really hoping for a short notice, and then we got a win. We were hoping for a short notice, and I got the Unified fight, and I was like, we'll just keep putting it off, and finally pulled the trigger on getting it, which has been great. I didn't realize how much pain I was in every single day. The surgeon actually said like they pulled a piece of bone out of my elbow joint that was like almost an inch long.
Oh wow, jeez.
Yeah, he said he's like your MRIs were really bad. He's like when we got in there, it was even worse than like what the MRI said. He's like, this is your elbow was rough. I had like different bone spurs all over the place that were blocking movement, and so it just needed to get done. He said the one bone spur just had been cracked and like regrew like so many times. He's like, I can't tell you how many times you basically broke your arm and then just kept going.
Wow. That's a lot of heart. Well, I'm glad that's all fixed and figured out. And again, going to come in handy on the 16th when you're taking on Landry Ward. 9-3 opponent. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
Yeah, 9-3. So super solid. He comes in. I think he's 9-3 with four TKOs and 5 decision wins, and then all 3 of his losses are by decision. So he's never been finished. Never felt what that feels like. So he's very good. I think he does a really good job of like kind of baiting guys, getting them to like sprint in at him, and then he's got a sniper right hand. His right hand is sharp, it's hard. He cracks it. Definitely the biggest worry for him, which is not not to take anything away from anything else, but his right hand is just sharp and to the point. So I think that's something that you obviously got to be aware of, like the entire fight is where's his right hand, where's his right hand, where's the right hand.
Mhm.
I think stylistically I match up pretty well. You know, I like to strike. My submission game is very good. If you look at my paper, it looks like I'm a straight jiu-jitsu submission guy. 18 wins, 14 wins by sub. So I like to get the sub. I get it standing on the ground. However, I'm not too picky about how I get it, but I think I match up really well. I think I'm gonna give him his first finish loss, and I'll be excited to see where he goes after that as well.
Okay, got it all figured out. Where are you training now, and who are some of your training partners that are helping you get ready for this fight?
So I'm still training at Rufus Sport,
Oh, nice. Okay.
in Milwaukee, and then I own my own gym here in it's called Rufus Sport Sheboygan in my
Oh, cool.
hometown. So I'm getting things at both. It's nice, when I'm coaching, I get to like relearn everything that I learn, so that I'm like breaking it down bit by bit and just getting to know the ins and outs of each thing better. I love it. Right now, I was training with Christian Rodriguez a lot.
Nice.
He's
Who's
getting
fighting
ready
this weekend at
for
the time of recording this? Fighting Andre Fili, so you're probably giving him a good look. So
yeah, exactly. So he's fighting Andre Fili. So excited to watch him take care of business this weekend, and then I get to take care of business next weekend. I've been training with Mark Choinsky a lot, and then we got a couple other guys by us. Tip, Tay. We got a couple guys that I've been training with a lot that are like taller guys that they're real. Like if you put them on their back, they're immediately throwing up subs and all that from their back, which is just like everything I've watched Landry do. If he does get put on his back, he's immediately trying to throw up subs to create space to get back up to his feet. So everything's been great. And then by me, I got two guys that I train with a lot: Ashanti Olafantila, and then Gavin Verveldi. Get working with those guys. They're great. They're actually two amateurs that are about to have their last AMI fights in September, and then they're gonna make their debuts. So I'll be
okay.
excited to coach them through their upcoming events. And then my guy Jake Hefter is my pad holder, my main pad holder, and then I got a guy Elian Espinoza who holds pads for me as well. So I got guys that are holding pads. I'm getting great work in. Just excited to show the progress and show where I'm at, and just prove, hey, I gotta go to this next show, and I gotta stay there. Like
Yeah.
it's time for me to be in the next level and just be at that.
So with all that said, your corner, what's that going to look like for this fight?
So it's unfortunately like Duke and Kush are both busy that weekend. So Chris Wright, who I was
Oh, I
expecting
know
to
Chris.
fight,
Yep.
but Chris Wright's gonna be with me, which is awesome. Chris, amazing groundwork. I love him as a coach, so I'm happy he's gonna be with me. And then actually Gavin Verveldi's gonna come up there with me. And then I'm still figuring out who my third corner is. I'm either gonna bring up Jake or Ashanti, run it out.
Yep. Cool. You sort of mentioned it there. You're thinking a finish is going to happen. How's this fight unfolding on August 16th?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the finish for sure. I'm coming in there to get the finish all the time. So, you know, he's tough. So man, first round would be awesome. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take him out in round one. He's pretty tough dude. Never been finished before. So, and he's got 12 fights. So it's not like he's 5-0 with never been finished before. So he's been in there, had some tough fights. I think second round, I'll be
Okay.
able to start breaking him down. That pressure will start building up, and I'll be able to find my finish.
Mentioned it there. This is a big fight. All the eyes are going to be on you. It's going to be, again, really good event. A win here, especially a finish like you hope to do against Landry Ward. Where does that put you in the grand scheme of things? Because again, you're a veteran. You're a guy that, we've seen you in there with some of the best. It's got to lead to some big opportunities, I would think.
Man, it's gotta.
Yeah.
You said it. I'm a vet. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm 18-5. It's like I'm knocking on the door to 20 wins, and like my only losses are, my few losses are almost all UFC vets. It's like,
Yeah.
man, just let me go. UFC, if they need a short notice, I'm down for it. If PFL needs somebody, I'm down for it. UFC, PFL, just I need to get to the big show.
Yeah, for sure. And big opportunity here. Like I mentioned, Ignite Fights 109, August 16th. You can watch that live on Spectation Sports. Nate, it was great catching up with you, man. Always a pleasure. If there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I greatly appreciate it. Big ups to my wife, Mariah. She holds everything down for me. She's amazing. My kids, Kane and Esme, they're awesome. They're always supporting me. Kanan will be excited when I come home with the W and we get to open up some Pokemon cards to celebrate. So
Nice.
it'll be yeah, it'll be exciting. So other than that, I just gotta thank all my people at Rufus Sport Sheboygan, all my people at Rufus Sport. Everybody been holding it down for me. Everybody, all my training partners, I appreciate everybody's good work. Shout out to Raw Dog in Sheboygan, Weiss Brothers Enterprise, Cat's Law down in Milwaukee. If you have any traffic issues, hit up my guy Caleb Katz. Um, Man, I know I'm forgetting some people. Gusky Electric, Better Life Chiropractic. I got a lot of people on my team that without them, this isn't possible.